Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the Zero to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today guys, we are going to be going over the gold for the day because we're going to need some. So without further ado, let's get into the gold for the day, which is a healthy 29,770 gold. A little bit less than yesterday, of course, because that was a backlog of like 10 days. So that being the case, let's have a look at what we actually got. The items of note is Mechanized Chopper. The rest of it was all like glyphs and Leylight shards and random pieces of low-end transmog. So the Mechanized Chopper sold, very happy with that. We're going to have to restock that at 29,000 gold. Obviously I don't have a lot of gold in my bags. Well, now we have a little bit more gold in our bags, which is currently at 44,823. The thing that I've been doing is, as of yesterday's video, I decided to go ahead and just spend the rest of the afternoon while the video was uploading, sorting through our TSM. And when I mean sorting through my TSM is I've added every single profession and everything I want to add into this. So that means alchemy, blacksmithing, cooking, engineering, inscription, jewel crafting, leatherworking, tailoring, and a group just for specific uncanny. I actually managed to find a group already on the TSM website, and I basically imported that because this had all of the ones that aren't like uncanny combatant satin boots of Fire Flash. It was literally the uncanny satin boots. So that means I can then do this and I won't have any issues, because usually when the thing that I found yesterday, and one of my subscribers actually mentioned on one of my videos, that if I use the crafted items that I crafted yesterday for my uncanny stuff, that means that it's only going to be searching for that one. So if it was of the Fire Flash, then it will only search for the Fire Flash that I've actually posted, none of the other uncanny gear that are the same. So I imported this group and it's going to actually do it just by that and what I've actually got. So it doesn't account for any of the different types of that same item. It accounts for all of them, which is a lot more easier and a lot more streamlined. By the way, I will be uploading this towards the Discord if you want to import this, and this is basically going to be going over the entire setup because we are fully now set up, so to speak. So with alchemy we have our lovely pots and transmutes. Now transmutes at the moment, standard pots for BFA are put aside differently as the alchemy Silas, but all of the other pots that I wish to transmute, so Potion of Treasure Finding and Arcanite Bar, they're in their own specific groups with their own specific values towards them. The other things that I've actually done is I've done the Mono Hardened Stirrups for blacksmithing. It's really not super complex. Buff food, obviously buff food's going to be good with feasts, and then also the engineering stuff. So mounts, engineering mounts, only one of them that I'm actually going to sell, and that is the flying machine, because it's at a sell rate of 0.7 and the profit margin is like double what you actually pay for. So instead of like, I can craft it at 1,344 gold and then sell it for 2,845 gold. That's pretty damn good, and with a very strong sell rate I'm definitely doing that. For pets for engineering, we're crafting the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. That one is used in a wide variety of battle pet fights and is just a, well, I would say more or less a staple battle pet to use. Thanks to Callan and Bunny, who have been teaching me how to do pet battles, because I've been starting to get into pet battling in my off time. Now, aside from that, in utilities we have the Goblin Gliders. They're always very profitable, so we're going to be using that for our engineering. Inscription, we already know the setup, which is a lot of stuff for inscription, and has proved quite well so far. So let's just jump over to our jewel crafting. Now, I've left out the Panther mounts. The only thing for jewel crafting that I want to do and want to sell personally is the gems, because gems sell quite frequently and you can make a sizable amount of profit. Like, look at the Masterful Sea Current. It has a sell rate of 0.34 and the crafting cost is 23 gold, whereas I can make a 25 gold profit on top of that. So always worth doing something along those lines. With pets, it's the sapphire cub. I know I can make some more with dual crafting, but I tend to not, because sapphire cub, in my experience, has always sold rather well. With the leatherworking, obviously Drums of Fury, the Drums of the Maelstrom is actually not going to be added into this. I decided against it because on my server they are absolutely bad to actually craft. They're like a negative like 300 gold, like near on all the time. So I'm not bothering with that. Drums of Fury sell quite well and they're very cheap to produce. So a sell rate of 0.4. So that's pretty damn good. Utilities wise, we'll be crafting the Comfortable Riders Barding Dredge Leather Bladders, the Shimmer Scale Diving Helmet and the Shimmer Scale Diving Suit. These are actually really handy utility items and they have a decent sell rate for what they are, hence why I'm crafting them. Now with tailoring, obviously we're going to be doing our deep sea bag, deep sea bandages and sea breeze saddle blanket, and then moving on to this, we have our uncanny blacksmithing, uncanny enchanting, engineering, inscription, jewel crafting, leatherworking and tailoring. Now you're probably wondering with these groups that I've now just finished setting up, that why don't I have enchanting in my setup? Now to be quite clear with enchanting, I'm not very proficient when it comes to making gold with enchanting, so I'm going to have to go off and learn about it, which the person who I am going to look at for that is someone who's quite proficient, and that's Samadam, because he's very good at making gold with enchanting, so obviously I'm going to watch him to learn about it. All of the other stuff I'm quite well adept with making gold with, so should not have a problem right there. But other than that, that's all I've been doing. I've been setting us up for our stuff. So now let's see what we've actually had to make with our groups, because obviously we got our groups all set up here. We didn't have enough gold to craft all of our uncanny gear, but not to worry, in about a day we should have enough gold back in order to do our recrafts and craft our uncanny gear, because we're at 44,000 gold because we spent like 200 odd thousand gold. So let's go into our mobile banking, because we're going to need one more mechanized chopper because one's sold, and the Vial of the Sands, obviously I've got quite a few of on there. I've actually got 4 on the auction house because I posted 2 in the morning and then 2 last night just to cover all my bases, but I should really take those off. Now moving into this, Vantis runes, we're going to take those out because we crafted those, and we're going to pretty much just have a look at what we've actually crafted, and it is a lot of stuff overall, like loads of Drums of Fury, like 250 of those Drums of Fury. We've actually done 250 Goblin Gliders as well. We've also done the 30 Shimmer Scale diving stuff. Do you know, like the diving helmet, the diving shirt that I was talking about just a minute ago? We've made 30 of those because I felt like, well, I haven't really actually sold any of these properly, but because they've got a decent sell rate and they're going to produce a profit, I might as well. And mono hardened stirrups, always a staple, sea breeze blanket, the deep sea bandages, along with a 1 potion of treasure finding apparently, because I decided to craft one of them yesterday just to see if I could make a profit, and alas, it does not make me a profit. Now, aside from all of this, I did actually arrange all of my groups and all of that stuff moving forward. We did a complete restock on our inscription, which was a ton of stuff, like, I mean, a stupid amount. And we made 5 flying machines because their sell rate is quite high, so I want to be able to keep on top of them, because you never know, all of them could sell in one night. But other than that, that is everything we crafted. I'm just going to put back the mechanized chopper quickly so we can value what's in our bags, and that is 412,000 gold worth of stuff after spending like 250 odd thousand gold worth of gold. So other than that, that's pretty damn good. I'm very happy with that. The thing with the mechanized chopper that we're going to be posting is 443,000 gold worth of stuff, and overall this is going to be really good because we're all set up for our daily crafting. We don't even have to touch this anymore. It's basically just resupply every single day, and now we can move on to other things. Now with like Mission Bruto, we've set up our professions and we've gotten all of our daily crafts set up. So now it's a case of getting into our supplementary methods and our farming. So that means raw gold and also just standardized farming. Now, that being the case, I do have a plan for raw gold farming to actually make quite a lot if you've got quite a lot of alts. Now, one thing of note that I must say about raw gold is thank you very much, Kraken, for actually talking about worth it in her video yesterday. I really much appreciate that. I did not expect that in the slightest, but thank you very much. I'm very chuffed with that because there were some really kind words about the add-on, and I know me and Callum worked super hard on this add-on to actually perform, so I hope it works for you. Now, that being the case, the other things of note is I've actually added a new module. This one is not yet available to the public just yet, to you guys, because we want to go through all of the different figures and make sure everything is as correct as it can be for the initial release, as we've got to merge a couple more things into the add-on overall. But we have made a raw gold module, which will tell you how much you can get for obviously gold per hour wise. So Hellfire Citadel, all difficulties, 9,900 gold, and it is located in Tenan Jungle. Yeah, basically this will tell you how much gold you can get for raw gold wise and for all of the different types of things. So I'm really happy when this actually goes live, because then you guys can actually enjoy the actual module overall. Aside from all of this, I'm really chuffed with the way things are going, very happy with the module for raw gold, and now we can just get into our standard farming and daily routines, such as why is my character located in the garrison. Obviously I am planning on doing something with the garrison later on, but not just yet, because there is another thing that I wish to set up for gold making. This is more or less more a update video than anything. We fleshed out our TSM crafting, so now we don't even have to touch this anymore. It's basically go in the morning and just press restock and it will restock. Aside from that, we can now do standard farming to go along with this daily crafting, because daily crafting, once it's all done, like what I've done today, it's only going to take us like around about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the day to restock and replenish all of our stuff on the auction house, and we're going to make a decent chunk of gold, as we've only seen how much we can actually make with just inscription and cooking. Now we've got all of the professions. I'm really curious to see how much gold we can actually make when it comes to all of our professions, because usually I only double down on a couple of professions. This time I'm doubling down on all of them. Obviously, once I have updated the enchanting, after I've learnt about it, I will then obviously update that in Mission Bruto. But aside from that, guys, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Just a nice video running through that we have finished the TSM restocking and groups and operations, and now it's just a case of jumping in towards our standard farming, like back to where we were a couple of weeks ago when we were just standardly farming. So that being the case, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.